Hey guys, and welcome back to Gregtech New Horizons. So last episode we got established in this crazy world after an absolutely flawless start. Hello creeper. That's not fair. And between episodes I've been doing a bit more gathering of resources, primarily for copper and iron, which we're going to be using a lot of at the start today. And our goal for this episode, if we can, is to hopefully produce some steam. And we are currently down here at a copper vein. This is originally what I was looking for at the end of last episode. This chunk contains chalcopyrite, which is a much higher density of copper. And mixed in is some pure copper ore, so to say. So I'm going to do a bit of digging, try to gather up enough resources for us to progress. Oh boy, is this slow with these tools though. We definitely need an upgrade ASAP. Alright, well after holding left click for some exciting gameplay, we filled our inventory, got just over 2 stacks of copper, which isn't going to be enough, but let's make sure we light this place up for when we come back. Hello zombie. Okay, let's not. I don't want to chance it. Not sure yet what we're going to do with all this impure dust that we're getting, or the crushed for that matter, but we're going to start smelting up some of this chalcopyrite, which we can use our creosote oil for fuel. And you know what? Since we're in the mood for holding left click, I'm gonna start mining out a bit more of this iron vein. And this will be nice to pick up a little bit of gold as well. Alright, so I cleared out a bunch of that iron vein, and we got a lot of it smelting currently in our furnaces. We also got a full stack of tin here smelted. More iron. Oh, there's our tin quest. Lots of copper. Alright, so where do we want to go from here? So our goal for this episode is to make steam, which I think is over here. We're going to be making the coal boiler, and this will allow us to unlock our first machines. However, before we do that, we're going to need a lot more metals than we currently have. I mean, we do have a decent amount of ingots to get us started here, but it's not going to be enough, I feel. So I think the best course of action to start off with here is to upgrade some of our tools to make mining a bit easier. We will have to do this sooner or later, as we do need higher mining level than we currently have. Although, to do anything with our tools, we're going to need a small amount of aluminium. Yeah, aluminium gravel, which is found on the surface, and I do remember seeing some of it on this hill somewhere. Although I can't seem to relocate this thing. Let me see if I can find it again. Aha, this is what we're looking for. Aluminium gravel. This stuff, at least for now, is going to be very precious. I think the only other way to get aluminium, other than this gravel, is to use the blast furnace. And of course, we are nowhere near a blast furnace right now, so yeah, let's see if we can find any more of this. Sun is going down. I don't see any more of this gravel anywhere, but hopefully the 9 that we have is going to be enough. We only need a tiny little bit. Oh nice, the quest here actually gives us another free 16 gravel ore. Next quest is for the aluminium dust, which we get 1 for free for the quest book. And to unlock these tool quests here, and to also obtain bronze, which is the next tier of mining level I was talking about, we are going to need to make some bronze dust. So to make our bronze dust without having any machines, we have to first of all make some copper dust. Somehow. Oh, it must have just been some sort of desync. Yeah, this is the recipe here. And instead of using the flint mortars, I think we're going to upgrade to the iron mortars, which have, I think, double the durability. And we'll make the rest of the dust using these, along with some tin dust that we'll need. Combine both of these together in a 3:1 ratio to get bronze dust. Fireworks galore, nice. And for the quest, it also wants the ingots. Okay, we can smelt these up using our regular vanilla furnaces, but we are using creosote oil now. Although it appears we have run out of the full stack of wood I put in here. Let's do a bit of tree chopping just to keep that thing saturated for now. Alright, 48 logs should last us for quite a while. This thing is very slow. And meanwhile, some of our bronze is finished cooking. I think we only need 32 for the quest. There it is. Let's claim our curry rice. Don't mind if I do. And this unlocks our tool quests here. But first, you'll need a smeltery. Well, we did steal one from the nearby village. Although I believe for the quest, which is under multi-block goals here, here is the quest for the smeltery. We need to craft all of this stuff here. Yeah, this is going to be a lot actually. And pretty much all of these are crafting tasks, not retrieval tasks. So we can't really steal our way out of this one. And first thing we're short of here for the smeltery is some more sand. I'm going to keep gathering from this little spot we have designated here. as I'm quite aware of the area around our base getting stripped of its natural beauty, so we have to preserve nature here. Let's also just grab some more gravel while we're here. We're going to need it for all of the grout for the smeltery. Alright, this hopefully should be enough of the clay, sand and gravel. Although I did just check the grout recipe. And welcome to Gregtech. Every 4 pieces of grout takes a water bucket. And remember, there ain't no infinite water sources here in Gregtech New Horizons either, so yeah. I mean, I guess the shoreline's getting destroyed, but we're going to be terraforming it soon enough. Oh, and the recipe also calls for clay dust and not just balls of clay, which means we're going to go through a lot of mortar durability here. We first need to make small piles and then combine that into clay dust. Luckily we do have a lot of cobblestone from all the mining we've been doing. Let's at least start smelting more of this up for more mortars. And since we're not going to be making so many of these, I think we'll save our iron and go back to using the flint versions. Alright, we got our clay dust. Now we have to make our grout. And this is going to be painful. This is going to be a lot of placing water here. So many clicks. Oh, and I don't think we'll have enough clay dust for this either. I mean, we may have enough for the quest, but I kind of want to get more than what the quest calls for. Alright, there is just under 4 stacks of grout here. And I'm not going to lie, this water situation upsets me a little. And here in New Horizons, we don't just smelt this grout. Oh no, that would be too simple. We have to combine this with the wooden form to make the unfired seared bricks. Hold on, there's no other use for this, is there? Not at this stage, it looks like. We're going to make all of this into the bricks. And then it's just a matter of throwing them all through the furnace here. So while we wait on those mega slow furnaces over there, you might have also noticed a little change over here in our farming area. So I expanded this a couple of fields over, and also separated this into, I guess, horizontal rows here. So we've got planted 3 of each variety of crop. And on this one here we have almost a full plot of cotton. This sort of a setup should help ease the burden of having to carry around so much food. It should be easily available for us. Although this is definitely something we'll have to revisit in the near future. So all of our seared brick is finished cooking up, but we don't just craft these like this in the crafting table. Oh no, this is Gregtech New Horizons. We need to go at it again with the water buckets. And I think we need, what is it, 28 for the quest? Yeah. And of course we'll also need the smeltery controller, along with some seared tanks. I'm going to make a few of these. I think the quest only calls for 1, but this will be useful later on. We'll also need 2 faucets, 2 casting channels, and one of those we use for the smeltery drain. Actually, apparently we need 2 of these things. We'll need a casting basin, and the final retrieval task for the quest is seared stone. Although the only way to get seared stone in this is to use the smeltery itself to cast out into the basin. So we're going to have to actually set up our smeltery in order to complete the quest for it. Although before we do, I think I'm going to take some time here and build us up the starts of our base at least. I mean, we don't have many building blocks. All we really have right now is cobblestone. Oh, you know what? I just realised we've got a casting table right here. But we will still have to craft another one for the quest. Anyways, yeah, let me see what I can do with this area for us. So you know how we were talking about preserving the beauty of the landscape? I think having this giant box of cobblestone does a great job of that, don't you think? So yeah, we have our roof, which is more than can be said for the start of Divine Journey 2. But yeah, this is basically all it is. We have our smeltery set up, a bed, some storage, which I just realised is actually off-center, so... and we even got a door. So yeah, I still haven't moved the coke oven. I want to keep the creosote oil that's there. So there's also these cobblestone markings. It's basically just a circle here right now. This is a bit of a plan for the future base. Don't worry, this will all be torn out as soon as we can, really. I can't wait to get rid of this thing already. But for now, let's move back to this smeltery from Tinkers. However, to actually start using our smeltery, we're going to need some way to fuel it. And I think the best way is lava. It might be our only option for now, actually. But in order to pick up the lava, we're going to need to make these cake gloves. Both the left hand and the right hand, I think, is just inverted. There we are. So yeah, our quest now is to find some lava. And I don't recall seeing any on the surface here. So you know what, since we need redstone for our tools, or we're going to want it anyway for some haste, I'm going to mine down next to where we found redstone. This is just on the other side of the river from where our base is. And hopefully we can double whammy this and run into some sort of lava pool down here. Yeah, we're at Y12 right here, which is the start of our redstone vein. More mining to do, but you know, I don't really mind mining in the early game like this. It's not usually something that happens very long when you're playing a mod pack, although I have a feeling it's going to... Oh, small diamond. I have a feeling we'll be doing this for a while in New Horizons here, so yeah, we better get used to it. Okay, you know what? Change of plan. So I did grab around 2 stacks of redstone, but we're over here at the banded iron vein, and I do remember seeing some small pockets of lava down here, although this is quite dangerous. It does intersect with a cave. So we've got one little random source block that flows out into a cave below, and the quest book mentions that the gloves have to be in the ring slots. I'm hoping that's the right place. Let's see if we get burned here. Oh, it looks like that is correct. Yeah, and we can place this in the seared tanks, which we made extra of. Pick this up, and it should keep its inventory. Yeah, I don't know why we were burning there from the tank. It may just not have recognised we had the gloves on. Although we are still taking damage here. Why are we taking damage? Do we maybe have to hold the tank? Oh yeah, that looks like what it is. Okay. While we're down here though, I do also want to pick up another quest that we missed. Just down at the bottom of this page here, there is the quest for iron ore. We need 16 of each different type. And from this we can get some ore berries, which I think we can actually grow iron with. It's not going to be very powerful in the beginning, but I mean, any source of passive ores is going to be great. Okay, managed to find a little pocket of lava down here that we can grab. And apparently these sear tanks in this version, or at least in this pack, can only hold 4 buckets. I think normally they hold like 16, right? The question is though, how are we going to get out of here if we have to hold these tanks? I mean, if we have this, we're going to be we're going to be taking damage the whole way up here. Oh, this is going to be rough. And I think we're actually out of food as well. Oh, this, I can't see this ending well. Yeah, this food isn't giving us any more saturation back. We may have to place them down and come back for them later. Yeah, I think that's our best option. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, we're back with food. Now, carefully juggle the seared tanks, making sure we don't take any damage. And we made it. Nice. Success. Alright, so to get our tools, we're first going to need the casts, which we'll have to use our aluminium gravel for, along with some copper. Next we'll need a pickaxe head, and also the shovel head. So hopefully when this copper mixes, yeah, we got 24 ingots of aluminium brass. Maybe a little bit overkill to begin with. So yeah, then we pour this over a pickaxe head and the shovel, pick these up for the quest, and melt some bronze. There's 4 ingots of bronze. If I'm not wrong, it's 3 for the pickaxe and 1 for the shovel. Awesome. And you guys said last episode that we actually don't need the modifiers to change out the tool part. The item just has to be full durability. So I think for now we'll change the pickaxe head out for bronze on our pick. And same for our shovel. Maybe you guys can shed some insight on this, but I'm not sure if it's going to be necessary to actually build new tools if we can just keep swapping out the tool parts. I'm not sure exactly what the limitations of that are. So let's also go ahead and pick up the last quest for the smeltery. So we need to make some steered stone to begin with. That spider is very loud on here. I'm glad we at least have a roof now. Cast this into our casting basins for the block. Alright, we got our seared stone and we can now craft this into our casting table. And complete our quest. And we'll pick up a bronze rapier as well. This thing, I think, is one of the fastest weapons in the game, and it also gives us a little leap back, which is quite nice. I don't know if this uses hunger though. Maybe it's a faster way to get around, I'm not sure. Let's also just claim our quests. We get a bacon sandwich here, and some more coins. Should we go for the aluminium brass or the loot bag? I think we'll pick the loot bag. No, we'll pick the brass here. And again, we'll pick the brass for the rapier quest. And I definitely made up too much aluminium brass. We definitely don't need 18 of these. Alright, next thing I want to look at here is this important tools quest. And all of these tools listed here, we're going to need quite a few of here in the beginning. In fact, probably throughout the whole game. You can use these things to configure your machines and pipes, as well as using them for crafting, like we can make plates in the early game using the hammer. So I think the hammer recipe is like this. Let's make 2 of them to begin with. We can then use our hammer to craft the wrench. Let's again make 2 of these. I love the crafting sounds in Gregtech like that. And then I think the next one is a file. Aha, yeah, this is what we need plates for. So if I'm not wrong, plates are like this. Oh, that's so expensive for a plate, but let's do it. And then we combine that with 2 sticks to give us 2 files. And last one is the screwdriver, which we need rods for. So we'll use the file along with some iron ingots to get us 4 rods here. And this should give us the last tool, the screwdriver. Oh no, there was one missing here down at the bottom. We also need the saw. Now that we have access to these tools, we can make things like iron chests for better storage. Oh, and also storage drawers, which I think I'm going to pick up a few of. For this we needed slabs, and for the slabs we need a saw. So yeah, I'm going to do a bit of crafting and try to revamp this place in order for us to hopefully move into the Steam Age here. Oh, you, I remember you. You destroyed our first base over there. Let's take a very wide curve around this guy. That guy makes me so nervous. Wow, guys, I mean, what a difference this redstone makes. Look at this. So much better than what we had before. So I ended up going with a double upgrade on this thing. We have 100 pieces of redstone on here. And well, this is not the fastest we can take this pick. I think we can upgrade it a few more times. I would quite like to keep another modifier available, as it would be quite nice to pick up mending at some point. I'm not entirely sure what's getting us behind that. But yeah, mending on this pick would also be quite nice. So we're just down here at the cassiterite sand vein. Oh, and +1 mining level. Nice, that actually takes us up to redstone, which means I think we can do those loot games that we found just next to the coal vein, next to our base. I'm not sure if that's something we'll get to today, but you guys said there's some pretty decent loot in there, so yeah, it's definitely something I want to check out. Come on, creeper, let's do it. Face my rapier. Aha! Oh, some leather, nice. So yeah, we are back at the base here. We have 2 new backpacks here. One is the miner's backpack, which picks up, I think, cobble and stone, which we can store in our brand new barrels here. And the other one is the miner's backpack, which stores all types of ore and dust, it looks like. Let's actually just get all of this that's not what I wanted to do. Let's start smelting all of this cassiterite up. I'm considering also putting some haste on the shovel as well, for things like clay, but I'm not really sure yet. And I think the last thing we picked up was this sleeping bag, which is exactly what it says on the tin. We can, we no longer have to move our spawn point. I don't think this sets a spawn point. But yeah, this means that we can basically just sleep anywhere with this thing. So yeah, there's still a few more upgrades I'd like to craft. Like, we don't have any drawers yet. I think we're going to end up putting these coins in drawers. And I would quite like to get some iron chests and things, but this requires double iron plates. and we don't have that much iron, or an efficient way to make plates yet. So I think we should try to move into our steam age and achieve the first goal that we set out for this episode, which is to make steam. So to do that, we're going to have to make some bronze plates, which is why I went to pick up some more tin. I think we may have to go and grab some more copper as well, but this is our last 60 pieces of bronze. Oh yeah, and I did also attach a crafting station to this chest, which holds all of our tools, so that when we access this inventory, we can easily pull in the tools to do all of these tedious early game crafts like this. So along with the bronze plates, we're going to want some bricks. Unfired clay bricks, is this the right one? Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, I think so. These look similar to the seared bricks we made earlier, but yeah, I think this is what we're after. Actually, you know what? Let's make a couple of stacks of these. I'm sure we're going to use them. And now we have to smelt them all through the furnaces. I hope we get a better smelting solution soon, because these things are well slow. I'm so used to that bulk smelting thing from Create Above and Beyond, which could smelt like 10 stacks of items in about 5 seconds, so yeah, coming back to this is a shock. Anyways, after the bricks, yeah, we make them into blocks. Oh, more water, of course. Actually, you know what? Before we destroy up any more of the shoreline, I was doing a bit of research on the steam age here. If we look under multi-block goals here, we're going to see this quest here for the water tanks. And this is how we can solve the water dilemma. And so these water tanks, if I understand correctly, will just passively fill with water. Although as the quest mentions here, it does depend on the biome humidity. So if we look in the top left corner up here, you're going to see the humidity stat of this biome we're in, which is 60%. It's not great, but it's not awful either. So these water tanks are a multi-block structure. I think it is again 3x3. However, we are going to need some rubber for this, which requires sticky resin from IC2. And you may have also noticed some of the rubber trees we have over there. I believe we can use the tree tap here and extract the rubber from the side of these trees. We get an achievement, very cool. Yeah, 3 sticky resin. Although I think we can actually get this from just cutting the tree as well. I'm not sure if it's more efficient to do this or not. But either way, we're going to need quite a bit of this stuff. We need 26, along with 130 planks, and I seem to be all out of wood. I mean, I feel like I just cut down this whole forest and we're already out of wood again. Alright, let me grab the rest of the materials for these water tanks. Alright, so we got the quest for the water tanks, and I just now realised we didn't actually claim our quest for the smeltery yet. This is going to give us 10 aluminium ore berries, and also 2 loot bags. Let's see what we got. Oh nice, some hoppers, a hammer, and some compressed air. Oh, this is a Damascus steel hammer as well. Wow, that's pretty good. Yeah, these ore berries I definitely want to get planted sooner rather than later. But let's first of all set up the water tanks. So I did build us out this new extension on the back of our, I don't know if you could call this a base, but on the back of our shelter here. And I've got a little area marked out behind here where I want to place the tanks. And so I think to start with, we're going to go for 3. The only condition of these tanks that I'm aware of is that one side has to be visible to the sky. So did that form the multi-block? Oh, I missed one on the inside. There we go, now we've got a water tank. Yeah, and it's slowly filling with water here. So these water collection tanks will automatically output to pipes. So we're going to use these wooded fluid pipes here. And there's actually 3 different variants of these. There's the small, regular, which we're using, and also large. As far as I can tell, the only difference is the fluid capacity. So when we eventually have more of these tanks, we're going to have to upgrade these pipes. But I think for now, the regular should be okay. So this pipe is going to go somewhere in here, which is going to connect to our boiler. Oh, and let's also claim the other 2 loot bags that we get for this quest. What did we get? Some seeds, a sticky piston. Is that it? Oh, that's terrible. Wait, was that really it? What a scam. I think all of the bricks should be finished smelting by now. And let's actually disconnect this pipe so that we can start build. Oh, wait a sec. I think we might need a wrench. Yeah, I'm going to have to learn what all the tools do here in Gregtech. I think wrenches will break the pipes. That's not what we want. I think this disconnects them. Oh yeah, it's a shift left click to break them. Okay. Or just regular left click works as well. Oh boy, this is slower than I thought actually. Yeah. Maybe it's not worth to wait on this thing to get water. Yeah, I mean this shoreline is already busted, so what is a few more buckets of water going to do? So we use the water to craft the brick blocks. And finally we need an iron furnace, which is just some iron plates, a regular furnace, and the wrench. And we can put all this together into our coal boiler. The first steam. So this did unlock the next tab in the quest book, and this looks like quite a big one as well. Alright, so now that we have a way to generate steam, still not sure if this works, or how exactly it works. We're going to have to figure this out here in a second. But let's try to create some way for us to use the steam. So the first one is going to be the Alloy Smelter. We'll need to make another bronze hull, some bronze fluid pipe, and this we can craft into our steam alloy smelter. But yeah, let's see if we can figure out how to make this thing actually work. So, so from reading the quest, the coal boiler has to receive water from the bottom. So I'm going to actually move this pipe down a block, so that the pipe is now underneath. We put the coal boiler on top. We will have to feed this with some coal somehow. So I think we do have to keep the sides open. At least in interactions, there was a little port where the steam came out of, but it doesn't look like there is on this one. So then we can connect up some bronze fluid pipe to transport the steam. Eventually we're going to want a buffer on these pipes. That sound is so satisfying, by the way. Wonder if we can close it up there? I'm not sure. Anyways, the steam alloy smelter is going to go on the end of this. Let's make sure we actually hook up the water. We don't want any explosions here. There, so is this thing getting water now? Yes, it is. Nice. We can claim some charcoal from the quest reward. And once we give this some fuel, hopefully it's going to start burning. Oh, it's going to give us ashes. Hopefully once this thing heats up, we're going to see some steam coming out of this. Aha, it did take a while, but we are now producing steam. You can see in the tooltip there that there's a trickle of steam going through this pipe. Wow, that is loud. But yeah, what we're making in this alloy smelter is red alloy ingots from redstone and copper. It looks like we did run out of steam here though. Let's see how our water supply is doing. Oh, the buffer is completely empty. Yeah, I think we're definitely going to have to add those other tanks. I really don't want this thing exploding, that's for sure. But yeah, this is going to take some messing with. I have to learn fully how the steam works. As yeah, it is a bit different to what we played with in interactions. However, I think with that, it's a good time to wrap up the episode. Next time, we're going to fully dive into steam here. And we'll hopefully be able to unlock the macerator, the compressor, things like the forge hammer, which is going to make all the plates and rods a lot easier to craft. But yeah, before then, I've got a lot more resources to collect. I need to go mining again for copper, and our tree tap just broke. But the mining should be a lot easier now with our upgraded tools. But anyways, that is going to do us for today. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you all soon for some more Gregtech New Horizons.